right, there's a taste in the air, and it is Latin Restaurant Weeks. We are here talking to the founder of Latin Restaurant Weeks, Karen Chavarria, and thank you so much for joining us. Well, first and foremost, we are here at one of the restaurants participating. How many restaurants participating in Houston?
We have over 90 participating right now.
Very nice. And you are not just local, you've gone national?
Yep, so we have expanded our Latin Restaurant Weeks campaign to Miami, most recently New York City.
Hold on, I apologize.
No problem.
How do you say your first name? Is it Karen or Corinne?
Corinne.
Corinne, all
Yes.
right. I'm sorry, let me do it again. It just occurred to me. Okay. Ah, the smell is in the air. Can you tell? Yeah, it's delicious because it is Latin Restaurant Weeks right here in Houston, and we are sitting down for a little bit of food and conversation with Karen Chavarria, and she is the founder of this event nationwide, not just here in Houston. Welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Super excited.
All right. Well, let's start first with the big picture. You are a native Houstonian.
Absolutely.
You started here, but where have you spread out to?
Yeah, so we started in 2019 in Houston, Texas, and it was so well received, we were able to help out hundreds of local restaurants. So we saw that there was a demand in Miami, Florida. Then we expanded to Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, and then New York City most recently.
New York City.
Yes,
All right.
the Big
Going
Apple.
in big time.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank you
very
so much.
exciting. Tell me a little bit about your background. You know, where did you come from, and why did you want to do this?
Yes, absolutely. So myself, I am a minority, so firsthand I've seen the struggles, that my family has had just adapting to, the American way, and just seeing how much triumph they've had. And so we know that, minority businesses, they could use a little bit of help. And so I really wanted to create a model that really spoke to that and that helped who we consider to be the backbone of the culinary industry, which is Latinos and Latin, chefs. And as Anthony Bourdain, said that himself. And
Front of the house, back of the house.
Front of the house, back of the house, cooking up every kind of cuisine, and we really wanted to, give them a platform where they could shine and kind of, shine a spotlight on the lesser known spots, but also the fine dining spots too. So.
And are you originally from Costa Rica?
I am. So it's really funny. There's not a Costa Rican restaurant here. So if any of my Costa Ricans are out there, let's
this
do
could
something.
We could fix this.
Yes. So it's really about showcasing the diversity of the cuisine as well. So we're here at a Peruvian rotisserie chicken place.
Alrighty.
So.
Yeah, and I got it. Oh my gosh, the aroma here. And I did smell something as I was walking back towards the kitchen, like a charcoal briquette. So what's the difference between a Peruvian chicken and, because you can get rotisserie chicken anywhere.
Yeah.
What's different about this?
Absolutely. So I like to tell people, I've had many chickens in my time, but not quite like the Peruvian rotisserie chicken. So what's special about it is, it's brines, with about 30 different ingredients, aromatic spices that makes it really delicious, really flavorful. And then it's marinated for 24 hours and cooked slowly over charcoal. So it really has a distinct taste, and it has that crispy edge. You guys can kind of see the crispy skin, and when you bite into it, it's fall off the bone.
12 hours of brining, 24 hours of marinating. So this chicken right here has taken a day and a half just to get to this plate.
Absolutely.
At least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an artwork, and so that's the whole point of this, is showcasing that there's different kinds of cuisines within Latin America.
So tell me, how hard was it to get from one city, Houston, which you know well, you grew up here, but now you've broached Miami, New York, Atlanta, Chicago. How hard was it to break out into these big cities?
My motto is like Nike, just do it. So, if somebody's going to do it, why not us? Why not our small little organization? We have a passion for it. So the key is really, going to each city, getting to know the restaurant owners, giving them a call, seeing if there's a necessity for it, and understanding that there is. Marketing is expensive, so this is a whole marketing campaign dedicated to Latin America. And so it is, it has its challenges. Telling people, hey, we're starting something in your city, but it could change. It could change the trajectory of your business. So, getting people to believe in it, to believe in the mission is difficult sometimes, but. Through hard work and through passion, I think they're able to see the benefits of it.
And okay, so I want to enjoy Latin Restaurant Weeks. What does that mean for these 2 weeks or so? What's happening with your participating restaurants?
Yeah, so they have curated something very special. Unlike traditional restaurant weeks where it's a prefix menu or something set, we give them the autonomy to create, like a chef special, a limited time only special. So foodies and locals could really, take a bite, of Mexican food, of Colombian food, Peruvian food. But, because we also encompass different types of businesses, we have pastry shops, we have coffee shops now. Most recently, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I heard you're doing beer too.
Yeah, there's a Latino-owned brewery. Yeah, Big Al Brewery. So we wanted to showcase, the resilience and the creativity that we have as a culture, and showcase the different types of Latin ownership so that people watching, maybe it's culinary students or children are watching, they can say, hey, I want to aspire to open a food truck. No, maybe I want to open a brewery. I really want to learn more about that trade, So it's really showcasing everything from mom and pop to fine dining places too.
Okay, yeah, I read about the brewery, and it said agua frescas.
Yes.
Yes. So now I'm a fan of the agua frescas, but the idea that could be a beer, I don't know, I'm a little on the fence on that one. Have you tried it?
I've not tried it, but it's hot out here, so that might be my next spot.
Okay, I don't know that you can do horchata and beer, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Something to try, that's for sure.
You can always try. Okay, and is there so you have new recipes and new menus for Latin Weeks, and is there a little bit of a break on the price?
Yep, so these, the chefs or the business owners curate something special, so it's, definitely a price break. Definitely a bang for your buck.
Doesn't love that.
Some of them use this as an opportunity to get creative. So like the beer place, they're doing like a beer flight. And then, maybe more of a fine dining establishment might do a really special prefix menu where it's a 3-course appetizer, your main, and then a delicious dessert for a very nominal price. So there's something for everybody.
You were also talking about coffee shops and I guess food trucks as well joining all of this. Talk to me a little bit about the different kinds of Latin coffees that might be out there, because I think maybe most folks aren't aware.
Yeah, it's so funny. I think everybody in the Latin American culture thinks their coffee is the best, but we have Tenfold Coffee Company, Campesinos Coffee, and within the different coffee places, they have the different styles. So you have your café de olla, which is a traditional Mexican coffee, typically served in a ceramic cup. And then you have, Colombian coffee that's offered at Tenfold. And they're all very different. Some have nutty profiles, some have more of a light, aroma. So there's something for everybody in the world of coffee, and that's something we want people to discover. What we like to say is el tour de cafecito. There's a lot of coffee shops here, and why we wanted to showcase them is because not only are they, Hispanic, we want to continue supporting them, but also coffee shops are a great place to work, to meet friends, and maybe meet a date. I don't know.
So there's a pub crawl, maybe there's a coffee shop crawl.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
And I guess fun too. Everybody does love the Starbucks and whatnot, but mom and pop operations, people love to support your neighborhood businesses and restaurants, and something that can offer you a different flavor or a taste that you may not have had before.
Absolutely, something outside of your normal, mocha lattes, but a lot of the coffee shops that are Latino, they do serve your traditional Latin coffees, like I said, like Café de Olla, or even kind of like a little mix, like Oso Coffee Co. does, like a horchata, you can put strawberry in it, so it's like, nice flavors that everybody loves.
Right.
So it's really fun.
Right, so instead of a peppermint or a hazelnut shot, you can get yourself a strawberry shot.
Cortadito, a cubano, all the little stuff that we love.
You will be fully caffeinated by the time your day is over.
Coffee is part of our culture. Even at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., you're offered a coffee.
Now, do you do that full or decaf?
Full. I do.
Wow, okay.
How about you?
Yeah, you know what, I got to tell you the truth. I still can do fully leaded into the late afternoon and early. But I'm a scratch sleeper, as my husband likes to say. That's a whole other story. It doesn't matter how much caffeine is out there. What do you hope to see happening with Latin Restaurant Weeks in the coming, say, 5 years?
Yeah, this is going to be an organization that is going to be nationally recognized. We want to continue helping and supporting as many Latin restaurants. So we want to grow this to even have 200 participants, down the road, so that we can really make an impact in their day-to-day. We can help them expand, we can help them scale, teach them a little bit about marketing, or just continuing to support. But within Latin Restaurant Weeks, we want to also create events and experiences, which we did in 2019, but due to the pandemic, we kind of closed off on those events. So in the next year, just be on the lookout for some more fun, interactive activities I can do during the weeks, maybe like some little fun tours, like you said. So it should be a really good time, and we want to, in partnership with our foundation, Feed the Soul Foundation, this is our philanthropic arm. So over the course of, I think it was since 2020, we've been able to donate millions of dollars to minority-owned culinary businesses. So as we grow, we're able to support them, from a monetary standpoint, but even with like resources, pairing them up with consultants, and just being a resource. So that's what we hope to be. It's a resource and a celebration.
And also cash to help them invest in their business, $10,000 a pop for 4 local restaurants here. So
Yes.
Well done you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Well, thank you very much. Karen Chavarria with Latin Restaurant Weeks from Houston to nationwide. And yes, we will be trying this Peruvian roasted chicken. Ciao, guys.